This is House of DVF, Season 1, Episode 6. And this is the most unrealistic competition show we watch. And that includes Face Off and...
some really bad stuff.
Some really bad stuff. You
know who I'm most disappointed in? Diane von Furstenberg.
I really am. I really am.
She looks like she's a mess. Her company's a mess. She hired Jessica, and so Diane and Jessica should both be fired. And somebody else competent should take over the company. I
mean, really, I feel really strongly about this because I got so angry this whole episode. Now, these girls are not...
when the federal government finds out that the production is assisting with the offing of some of the contestants by interfering like they are, it's actually against federal laws. So,
but here's the deal. So they discuss, hey, we have this idea. We have to go to the Hamptons with the style people for an event. Let's have the girls come and help. And someone's like, well, maybe we should call them. But instead of calling them, they just talked about it longer. Then eventually they call the girls on their day off and say, we need to go pick up these samples and do this and do this and do this. And they only call Amanda.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, only call Amanda. So, and then talk really quickly, just, rather than giving everyone the information. They go and get the samples. Apparently they get lost, although it's all Amanda's fault, even though everyone in the car had, stuff. But I timed it. Jessica shows up and she's like, they should be here already. And calls them, and they say they're 1 hour and 34 minutes away. And she says she called them. When she gets a hold of them, she's been trying to call for 20 minutes, which means they were 2 hours away when she started trying to call. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how it was that they were supposed to do all this, and I guess time travel back to get to the Hamptons.
Jessica there.
Right. I mean, it's just, you do the math on it and you go, there's no way these girls ever could have made it. They had to bend the laws of space and time to get there. So basically what they did is they set them up for failure, which doesn't make me mad at the girls. It makes me mad at...
Makes DVF look like a pile of shit.
Makes it look like an amateur hour. Clearly they can't even figure stuff out. So then they have people showing up and they're like, oh, well, all girls are late. When clearly that was all set up. And that just really frustrates me. It'd be one thing if it was like just a set competition show with, a host, but it's different when it's supposed to be them running their business, DVF, and they can't even figure out things like, maybe we should call people before they're supposed to arrive, especially when they're 2 hours away. So anyway, I don't really feel bad for the girls. I mean, I don't feel at all bad for DVF. That was pretty much them just setting these girls up to fail. And that's just frustrating. I don't want to watch that. Then they go, they show up, they start sampling, and of course everything they do is wrong. They dress 2 of the girls in very similar looking outfits that belong to DVF that they packed to bring to put people in. So I'm not really sure how 2 separate girls were supposed to know that someone else was also putting someone in a similar outfit. That it's like if both outfits weren't supposed to be used, then maybe don't pack both outfits. Okay, all the people they style are DVF's clients. Okay, keep this in mind because I'm guessing the producers said, hey, you girls should have a party, because all of a sudden one of them's like, we should have a party, and I'm like, you gotta be idiots. No, you don't. Pretty sure that was the producers. So they invite their clients, DVF's clients, who show up with guys, and then one of DVF's clients hops in the pool in the sample.
And took the picture herself while she jumped in the pool.
Yeah, and then she uploaded all the pictures she took and tagged DVF to Instagram, including, as he pointed out, a picture of her in the pool, which she clearly didn't take. And they showed it, and all of the girls, you can clearly all see them, so it's clear that whoever took the picture was production. So I'm thinking, this doesn't sound like the girls' problems. This sounds like DVF's problem, because her client that she agreed to dress and loan a sample to jumped in a pool. Right? I'm not saying these girls are perfect, but none of this really is striking me as their fault. Brittany gets all uppity. That's not the word I want to use. She gets really defensive. That's the word I want to use. She got really defensive at the way they were coming at her. I kind of don't blame her, because they're kind of...
It was a bunch of bullshit.
DVF's girls, Stephanie and Jessica, are kind of proving, I'm sure this is production manipulation as well, but they're going along with it. They're stamping their name to it, so I'm holding them accountable. They're coming at them for stuff that just doesn't even make sense. So when Brittany gets a little defensive, I kind of feel for her because they're being put in an impossible situation, right?
So Diane, when you go bankrupt and want to rebuild your brand,
yeah,
you can call.
We got you covered, girl. We'll get you back on top. Anyway, then of course, you know, everybody, oh, they discovered these pictures. And DVF, and it's ruined her brand. And I'm thinking once again, it's your client. It's your client. Why is this not even being addressed at all? I'm not even like, I don't have any inside information. I just watched the show and got angry, right? Very angry.
So if you want to recap next week, do what you damn self.
Is that to me or to them?
And on that bombshell.
No, we're not even done. Wait. Damn it. So close. They have a second party. And then Brittany gets called into Diane von Furstenberg's office.
Later, bitch.
But they don't make a cut because the show
is edited and produced horribly.
An amateur hour.
And on that bombshell.
There you go. You're going to say your favorite line.
Get a life. Go watch something else.